Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Weather Wednesday special edition as we enter this Thanksgiving week. I'm here in our Science on a Sphere room to talk to you guys today about something that I like to talk about, which is citizen science. So this year, as you guys look back on 2020 and what a challenging year it has been, we have talked about a lot of hardship around the world, but this is a very special time to reflect back on the blessings that we do have, the things that we can be thankful for. So I encourage you guys as we um, go into this holiday season to really count your blessings, to be thankful for all that we have. And I am thankful for you. Thank you guys for following me each and every week, and very thankful for you. Uh, I want to hear from you guys. What are you thankful for this year? Enter that into our social media pages. We look forward to hearing from you. And what I'd like to do now is while you guys are at home celebrating this Thanksgiving season, and as we fast forward to the Christmas season coming up, if you want to explore this idea of citizen science or helping scientists around the world with their research, I have some websites that I would like to share with you. So, uh, pardon me as I screen share now and show you some of these websites that I think you might find some interesting during this holiday season. So let's take a look at some of those. Okay, so the first website that I would like to show you is just a homepage for Zooniverse. So here you can see as you scroll down, you can learn all about Zooniverse. But I'm going to point out at the top, you can click on the projects button. And with the projects, you can look and see, look, there are 75 projects that are currently found. And we can look for most active, most help needed, most popular. They're also separated by category, so you can see which category you enjoy. There's a couple that I have picked out that I would like to share with you. One is looking at spiral galaxies. And you can help scientists, um, as you can see, measure the curvature of spiral arms in galaxies. And so you can see that here that this project is 50% complete. You can see how many volunteers, classifications there are. And if we want to learn more, we can click on the Learn More button here. Or you can just start on Classify Now, get started here, and it'll teach you what you need to do in order to contribute to this project. Really cool stuff here of taking um, images of galaxies and helping scientists to measure their spiral arms. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Another one that I want to point out is another space one, because we are the Space Foundation here, and we enjoy looking at things in space. This is a fun one, looking at uh, satellite images from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. And you can learn more here, but the basic premise behind this, the project here, is by um, looking at these cracks that they see and looking at them as a change over time, you can help scientists to um, kind of map where these patterns are and kind of give a estimation on what shape they are. So you can take a look at that project. And then who doesn't like animals? There are so many animal projects here on Zooniverse, and it is a blast to participate in. This one is looking for giraffes. So they have a number of cameras in Kenya um, that are motion activated. So when an animal um, walks through the camera's sensor, it triggers the shutter, and you can help look through these pictures to count how many giraffes there are, also to look and see what other wildlife are living in that giraffe's um, in the giraffe's area, its environment. So that is a fun project that you can participate in. And as I said, there are projects all over. There are over 75 projects or 75 projects that you can participate in. And there's some really, really interesting ones from historical documents from significant times in history to art to look, this one you can help to figure out, or you can listen to different speeches and help to figure out sounds. What's the difference between children or adults? Very interesting stuff. Um, I encourage you to check out Zooniverse, which is a citizen science project. Oh yeah, here's one too, Galaxy Zoo Clump Scout. So looking for star clumps in galaxies to see how galaxies are formed, and also to see um, just to see the different groupings of stars within a galaxy. So interesting, interesting stuff. Now, if you also want to continue your weather study, I'm going to remind you of some websites here that are some of my favorite. Recently, I've really been using this one a lot. This is that star.nesdis.noaa.gov website. And /goes takes you to this user interface here. And with this, you can take a look at that. Remember the GOES 16 and 17 satellites that I've been talking about and using on our Science on a Sphere? Well, that data can be found here. So if I click on, okay, let's click on the full disk for the East. Let's look at the full disk for GOES East. Look, you can see all the different bandwidths. They're called bands, but these are all the different ways that you can see weather in space. And the first one is kind of one of my favorites here. So if I hit the animation loop, I can see that beautiful image of the Earth here as it goes through its path. I can change how many steps it goes through. I can make it pause on a particular location. If you want to zoom in and get a closer look, particularly of the US, you want to go to the CONUS. CONUS stands for Contiguous US. So if I click on GOES East CONUS, that just zooms in just on the United States, the 48 states of the United States here. We can see there's a system moving across the Midwest right now. Isn't this crazy? This is so cool that we can see such a beautiful and detailed image of the Earth. So I encourage you to explore the star.nesdis.noaa.gov website to get those same satellite images that we look at on Science on a Sphere. The next website is still one that is one of my favorites, and that is earth.nullschool.net. And using earth.nullschool, we can see the weather patterns. Whether you can see the wind patterns around the United States, or sorry, around the world. And look at this. You can see there's a low pressure system off the Gulf of Alaska there, a high pressure system sandwiched between these two low pressure systems. You can just scroll around the world and just really quickly see it at a snapshot, see what weather is like basically around the world here. So earth.nullschool, I'll remember last week we talked about a possible tropical cyclone that was forming in India. It's a little bit further south than they anticipated or than was predicted, but definitely we see it forming right there. If you click on it, you get a green little circle, and if you look to the bottom left, you can see what the strength of those winds are and which heading they're at. And so just fantastic to be able to see that the weather patterns just form right around here. Also, if you click on Earth, there's all different kinds of things that you can explore. Another fun one to look at is ocean. These are the initial one is wave heights. So wherever my green circle is now, it'll tell me what the height of the waves are in meters. So that's pretty cool. And if we zoom back out and we can take a look at wave heights around the world, and look at this in the southern hemisphere here. We have some pretty high surf going on. Let's put our green circle there. Almost 10-meter waves. That is ridiculous. This one is well over 10 meters. So that is literally taller than a 3-story building, these waves down here in the southern hemisphere. So earth.nullschool.net is a great website to see um, weather and, in this case, oceans around the world. And speaking of around the world, you guys have been probably tuning in because you enjoy our content on our Science on a Sphere. You guys have the ability to access that on your own too. If you go to Science on a Sphere's website, it's sos.noaa.gov. That's sos.noaa.gov. You can explore Science on a Sphere's website, and you see in their banners going on right here. You can download a free app called SOS Explorer, and you can get this on a tablet at home, and you can explore some of those data sets that we bring up a lot here at the Space Foundation Discovery Center. You can explore some of those data sets at home too. So again, the point of this is to give you an opportunity to explore different things while you guys are at home or away for Thanksgiving. And just really encourage you to contribute to science or to study science as you become more fascinated with it, as I become more fascinated with it. I hope that you become more fascinated with it as well. So that's it for our Weather Wednesday special edition. I look forward to seeing you next week. If you have something that you would like us to take a closer look at, or if you just have questions about weather or science in general, please reach out to us on our social media pages. And we look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and once again, thankful for you guys. Take care, everyone.